right, let me put that on mute. It is time for the Junk Journal Jamboree. Oh, hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you guys for joining. I am waiting on a little bit of a raid coming soon and going to go ahead and get the giveaway pinned. We've got some sticker sheets and this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to show you some of the things that I've crafted. I'm seeing that I'm running low on battery, so give me just a second. Of course, I was working up until the last minute and watching shows and forgot to charge my device. Doesn't that happen to the best of us? All right, I think we should be good to go. Nice little half-hour show, so welcome in, everybody. Please, if you would, enter the giveaway. And then tonight's show is all about junk journaling, and I'm happy to show you some of the new things that I've been working on. The theme is Friendsgiving, so what are some things that you would maybe give to a friend or add to your junk journals that you are going to give as gifts? So welcome in, welcome in. And if you would please take a quick look at the auction tab, you'll see some of the things. I'm going to jump right into it and show you a couple of the journals and folios that I created. And then I have lots of elements that I'm happy to share. And then I have a really, really special gift that I'm going to give to a friend that I'd love to maybe spend a little bit of time flipping through as well. And then tonight, since I'm on the West Coast, it's only about 7 o'clock here. And so in a few hours after the raid trains are all done, I was going to open up this mystery box of ephemera that I have. So if any of you are night owls or on the West Coast like I am, I bought this box a little while ago. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a $19 1.5 pound box of ephemera, and uh, said that the floor was 50, ceiling 60, average 55. So we're going to open that up on camera tonight. That'll be fun. And then I'm just going to keep on crafting. So if you haven't already, please bookmark my show at 10 o'clock tonight, enter the giveaway, and then take a couple minutes to browse through the bin. If you're coming from my snack shows, you type in the word snack. I actually put some snacks in the bin. I've got some cute Hello Kitty ones. If you're coming from my kids shows, I do have some toys and some fun stationery gifts, markers and colors, etc. Also in the bin. If you type in the word new, N-E-W, yay, there's the raid. Welcome in, everybody. What a fun show that was. I couldn't resist buying a gift to myself. So I'm super looking forward to that advent calendar. I have to admit, I'm totally going to steal that idea, and then maybe that'll motivate me to craft every night. You're welcome, Kelly. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. So if you would please, guys, go ahead and enter the giveaway. I got so lucky. You guys are going to be a little bit jelly. Check it out. This is the Antiquarian sticker book, and I got it for a whopping $5.49. Rarely do you find these at the thrift stores. They're usually, at regular bookstores, $25.99. So I was super excited for that bargain. And I was even more excited a few minutes ago when I went to tear a couple pages out to see that they're actually sewn in. So you can snip those threads and then pull the pages out to include these. So I'm going to take the time to take the whole book apart. I'll do that during tonight's show. And if anybody has any specific letters or something that they want, I'm happy to sell some stickers as well. There's more than I ever could use. And in the meantime, I'll give away 2 sheets here tonight. Because it is Friendsgiving. There's the friendship one. I love the bird. And I've got some sailboats in one of my first journals that I'm going to show tonight. Okay, so that's the givey. If you haven't already entered, please do. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin the first item. And you guys, we have seen so much incredible stuff today. I love the Jamboree, and I have to say, Abstractory, I really like these half-hour shows. I think it gives us a nice taste of what everybody is doing as far as their styles and such, and a little less pressure to try and fill the show. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start this at a dollar bid. A lot of times the pieces that I auction off in my jamboree shows are what I call like my experimental pieces. It's where I'm really just kind of playing with some of the techniques that I've seen on YouTube videos or in other people's shows. So this first one is a little bit more of a folio, and I put some finishing touches on it today. It definitely is not finished there. You can go on forever, right? But let's go ahead and set the timer for oops, it's going to select a winner, so we'll see who gets some discounted shipping. Steph, yay, you've got some discounted shipping. All right, so I'm going to flip through this for about 3 minutes or so. So I'm going to start the auction at a dollar, and uh, I'm going to talk about it while those 3 minutes go through. All right. So first thing is a paper band. Usually people do fabric bands, but I had this paper and I wanted to figure out how to use it. I thought maybe a belly band, and so it's just a little simple topper paper band. And then there's definitely room for a little bit more embellishing here, but this is a kind of like a traveler's notebook, not the official kind, but I used these like vintage papers from books, coffee dyed, and you'll see it's a folio, not a true journal in the sense that it comes from a file folder. Okay, so taking the file folder, these flip down, and you can either turn them into journaling spots, or if you wanted to glue them, you could glue those in. So you can see it's somewhat unfinished, and because we moved into a new place recently, I don't have all of my tools, all of my threads and things. So this thread is not the sturdiest of threads. It probably would need to be resewn, but I love flipping through and showing you guys all of the papers that I collect. So thank you for your bids. We've got some notebook paper. This is from like a trigonometry book. To me, it looks a little bit like latitude, longitude. This was a misprint, but I love the way that it looks. This is from a paper of a book of Dutch artists, I think. There's my experimenting a little bit with coffee dyeing. This one was about settling the Santa Barbara coast since we live here. I tear the blank pages out of the fronts and backs of books. This is Victorian home book. And then I love to put a pretty center signature. So one of the Dutch masters, I think, again. And flipping a little bit more. Those are the back sides of each of those. Here is one tiny little tag that I had in my stash and a little seashell pocket there, but it's just an idea. You can see that you can embellish each of the pages. Okay, back side of the rest of the pages, and then signature 2. This is out of the children's book, and Africa and India, Europe. There's a fun little rhinoceros there. There's the pirate ship or the sailing ship, I said, would be cute with those stickers. Ledger paper, everybody loves. Some blank paper, experimenting with some printables from, I believe this came from the Library of Congress. Make a note if you haven't printed anything from the Library of Congress. They've got beautiful images. And then this is fun. Check out this tip, you guys. I bought this. Let me see if I can grab it here. It's off to the side. Butcher paper from Smart and Final, and it said pink. I was hoping for it to be avocado pink, similar to avocado dyed paper, but it's this more kind of almost like an onion skin, and it's got a great texture to it. So check out the pantry aisle for fun papers to add. I love that the red, yay, Shayna, this one's coming home to you. Let me flip through these last couple pages. And I hope that you love it. Please feel free to take it apart and use the papers that you like or add to it, embellish it more. It definitely is one of those kind of started, not finished, but fun folios. There's the map on the back. I love these flip out folios, and so I'm going to keep on keeping on with those. So that one is coming home to you. The next one is similar. I was trying the flip flop style. So flip flop, I found that the flip flop style is tough. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy. So again, I'm going to do a dollar start, and I put the finishing touches on this one again today too. I really love vintage pages. And so I like to tear vintage books apart. We're going to do the same thing. I'll talk for a few minutes and show you some of the different elements of this one. And yes, dollar start because this is more for fun. It's therapeutic. I have this in the bin if anybody wants. I have an entire roll of black elastic, which is vintage. And then I took a vintage pattern and added it to the front here and a little bit of vintage fabric on the side there. And this one flips open and there's a coffee dyed envelope, nothing inside. This one is a pocket and the remnants of the pattern that I used along with scrapbook paper. So envelopes were the center portion of this. They made it look so easy on YouTube. And then I fiddled and fiddled a little bit of coffee dyed paper there as well. And then this is what I'd like to call like a floating signature. So you could sew it in if you wanted, or you could add to it. And I just experimented with the idea of using little strips of paper to group all of my pages together. So they do flip back and forth. There's the pretty center image again. Shayna's bid on this one. You're going to get some fun papers. I really like the texture on a couple of these that I did experiment with coffee dyeing. A little bit of collage work there. And the back is also covered with, this is when you put a doily over the top of paper and then put the coffee on as well. And it's got a harder back. And then it also somewhat carefully, this is where it wasn't as easy as they made it look, flips open. That's what makes it a flip flop journal. And I did put one little tag there and just a couple little pieces of paper there to show you that there's pockets. So more than anything, gives you some ideas, and it gave me lots of practice, and I absolutely love it. Cute, sweet little, for someone who likes to sew. Feel free to take it apart, embellish it. Yay, thank you for the bids. Every few dollars here and there feeds my junk journal habit, and I have to tell you, after a stressful couple weeks and a stressful move, I'm glad that Abstractory does these jamborees every month, because otherwise my junk journaling doesn't quite happen as much as I'd like it to. But it motivates me to put some finishing touches on things. Let me see. Oh, I found this off to the side. This is hilarious. I'm going to add this as a piece of ephemera. I don't know if it's hilarious, but it's interesting. Help build the dike against the poison flood. Give your gold and silver fragments to the crusade crucible. So this was inside some ephemera like that one that I'm going to open tonight. Send what you can, even though but a little. Gold, something solid or plated. Silver, solid. Ask your daughters. Many littles makes much. Elena B. I'll send it all in together. So sweet little handwritten note. I liked that the red print matched kind of the red of this. And so that little piece of ephemera is going to go with that journal. I thought that that was interesting. Isn't that fun? Okay, so thank you, Shayna. That one is going home with you. And then this one, you guys. This one I had prepared for, I think, previous. Maybe this was supposed to be for the Back to Basics one. And I just didn't, I hadn't quite finished it enough. Or actually, I take it back. You know what it was? It was that I hadn't finished unpacking it. Yes, thank you, Abstractory, for reminding people to check out the bin. This one is really nice, you guys. So this one I am starting at $10 because if one of you would like to gift it to yourself or to a friend, great. If not, I do have a friend in mind that I'm going to give this one to. So I am going to start it at 10, but I'm going to spend a full 5 minutes talking about this one. And the reason is because I don't know, but I feel like it's fun when people explain what they did and how they did it. So hopefully you don't mind hanging out with me for the next 5 minutes. All right. So this one I'm calling for the person that loves lavender, but really it is like a BFF kind of journal. So here's a little bit of repurposed paper that is in the front pocket, including a fun little postcard. You're going to see that it's a mix of both old and new papers, and some of them have been sourced from the bins like this. So there's all kinds of different flowers that are mentioned in different pages, and this tells you how to take care of them when you've cut them. cut it in water versus splitting the stems. And I love this little lace pocket. So that's the front cover. And then when you open it up, again, it's a folio. Here, I love these papers. These papers come out of the front and back of books. They often have texture and are a little bit thicker. So I used that color then to play off of. I think this was out of an art magazine, but you'll see that it flips open. And then there's all kinds of little envelopes and tuck spots. Flipping it open again. Same. Here's some stationery. Some of it is vintage. Some of it is just a little bit old. And oh, this is, if you can see, this is our Rolo, you guys. If any of you use those papers for your labels, save those papers because they can be turned into glassine like envelopes. Okay, another little pocket with some treasures here, tiny little papers. This is from when I was an Amazon seller and I used all those labels to label things. Put that in some coffee dye and it took the dye really well. Keeping cut flowers fresh is kind of the theme. This one is a little journaling tag with some lovely lace. Another little pocket down here. This is an article on Japanese flower arranging. I found that there are lots of books from the 70s on Japanese flower arranging. It was a trend. And the books are lovely, beautiful papers. All right, put that one there. Here's another little journaling card. Again, just taking book pages, putting them on thicker paper. Here's a little bit more of that page that describes what you can do with flowers to take care of them better and make them last. This is a signature that was sewn in. I do admit again that this signature was sewn in with that elastic thread that maybe isn't the best. So this one might need to be sewn again, but that's an easy fix. And so lovely blossoms there. And oh, this is one of my husband's drawings. There's my attempt at avocado dye. Not too bad. Some music paper, French. It's a nice older French book. There's nice stationery that's cut out. This is from an Army Register ledger. Plants. Oh, graph paper. A little bit of tracing paper. Tiny little book. Charleston receipts. I love, that's one of my favorite stashes of paper. Kids book. Notebook paper. More music paper. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining. My favorite thing to do is to make signatures. Here's an envelope. Another printed page. Attempt at coffee dye. Not too bad. Velveteen Rabbit page. There's another one from that art book. Okay, and then this is the back side of all of those. Adding in a little bit of a different kind of graph paper there that folds out and flipping to, again, just a little bit of variation there. Otherwise, it's all the back sides of the front pages. It's a single signature. I didn't count how many pages, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So one signature there, and then it continues. It keeps on going. So this flips open, and then there's, again, that one I think might be Rolo paper as well. Cut the corners and get a pretty little journaling card, tiny little dictionary. This one is a bunch of little pages for collage or for learning new words. It flips open again, and then there's another pocket here and another tuck spot there. I guess that one's more of a tuck spot. And I think this, oh, this is a little flippy. And fun new art by Picasso, newer. I think that one might be Picasso as well. I went to Spain and fell in love with some of his pieces. There's a little bit more in here. This is someone else's art, but I felt it went with the theme. I love the little wing there, just kind of sitting inside, and then a receipt and a little bit more, a few more treasures. So that is almost all of it. Last bit right there is a tiny little journal in the back and a few more pieces to tuck. So that one I'm going to hang on to, right? Exactly. So I'm going to hang on to this one. I have a friend in mind for it for a birthday gift. I might add a few more pieces, but that one's my favorite so far. It's really the only kind of finished piece that I have, other than one more. So let's do a couple smaller items. If there are any requests, I wasn't looking as much at the chat, so abstractory, yes, it was full of stuff. Good. And like I said, if there are any requests, I'm going to do the scrapbook paper covers in a minute. Okay, but wanted to double check. Oh, the vintage, the recipe cards. That was the one thing that is new since my last Jamboree show. So some of it is carryovers from previous shows, but I must have misspelled it. There they are. So if anybody wants some recipe cards, these are fun. These are really fun. Okay. And let me keep an eye on the time, but otherwise, where is, there it is. Not assigned a live show. I want to start it. There we go. And we'll put it down to 10 seconds. Let's see if anybody's interested. Sorry, guys. Takes a minute when you've done a 5-minute one. There we go. All right, so melt away cookies, Mrs. Field chocolate cookies, 1 hour Robs, brownies, gold butter cookies. These are great to add to your junk journal. If you see any that you love, please let me know, and I'm happy to set those aside for you. Okay, $300 fudge. That looks like a good one. Shayna, did you see a couple that you want? Thank you for the share. The first 3. Okay, so let me see. I think that was Meltaways, Fields, and 1 hour. So I will add those 3 to your pile. And I'll run that one more time. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to, I do this sometimes, guys, where I forget to put, no, there it is. Okay, good. I was going to say I maybe forgot to put more than one. All right, 10 seconds on the clock. If anybody else would like, here's stir-fried green papaya, angel biscuits, custard, vanilla wafers, cheesecake, and some of those others. So I can hold them like this. One last time, just to see if anybody would like some vintage recipe cards to add to their next junk journal, to frame or to scan. These are great for creating your own digitals. All right, we'll set those aside for my cookbook show and recipe show. So let me quick show. I believe this one is in the bin if anybody would like to add that one to their bundle. All of these that have the cookbook on the front like that, the orange cover, have these same first front pages, which have really great font, really fun color blue, and then typed up recipes from the organization that sponsored that book. So that one's in the bin. And this one is in the bin. Hershey's 1934 is when it was first published, but this is the 8th printing, 1971. So it's got some fun pictures and all kinds of chocolate recipes. Otherwise, these, I have a great source where I can get dozens of these. If anybody loves as much as I do, I like to take these apart and put them in my junk journals. And since I can get some, sometimes I can get them for free. If you'd like one of these, then it's just $1. So again, there's the first couple pages. Sausage dainties. Sometimes the recipes are hilarious, but I mostly like these pages that have the different colors added to them. All right. Thank you for looking at those. Like I said, I'm hoping that cooking and recipes is going to be one of the themes next year, because that's what I love to collect. And one other thing that's new, before I show the scrapbook pieces. We've got 9 minutes left. Again, ephemera. I bought a big thing of ephemera and I noticed a theme here with terriers. These are all vintage pages, postcards. So here's the backs. That one I didn't try to erase. This one was taken out of a scrapbook, so it's plain on the back. But let me see if I can find them. I have one set of dog, terrier, I guess, or Scotties, right? So let me start that. Dollar bid, really great price for these four, 25 cents a piece. This vintage card, something to remember you by. This one, a cheery greeting. This card, the Lido. And then this one, Shayna's adding that. You've got a great bundle going. Thank you so much. And then these, I saw a theme here. There's a parrot, robins, robin-like, and this one. So let me add the bird ones as the next one. Again, 25 cents a piece or $1 for all four, and I'll flip them over and show you the backs. They're salvage, so these are all blank on the back and were taken out of a scrapbook. Okay, but they do have a nice tooth to them and they are genuine vintage bird themed greeting cards, the fronts of greeting cards. All right, we'll save those, put them with the recipe cards. All right, and then I wanted to show you guys, sometimes I do what I call my just junky signatures. I don't have all of my paper stash here, but I have enough of it that I got a few signatures started. So let me see if I can pin this one. Oh, while I'm doing this, if anybody needs brads, these were popular in the last show. These are tiny little brads. Let me do that real quick. And while that's going, you could choose one. They're pretty much the same actually. Last time I had them by color. Oh, there's the covers. All right. And pin it. All right, so I've got these scrapbook paper covers. Again, we've got about 5 minutes left. So I'm going to do like 20 seconds just so I can talk about them a little bit. The first two are filled to the gills. The next two have some sample papers. And then the last one will be a little thank you giveaway. So let's do these quick. Here's the first one. So it's a scrapbook paper. Again, experimenting with the collage there. It's 2 pockets. You can glue these down or leave them for journal. And then a sampling of my papers. So some have foxing. There's vellum. This is a nice green type print. And thank you, Shayna. I'll leave some of it as a surprise. These are all loose papers, so you can take them apart, put them in your own journals, or it's ready as is to sew down the center and start to embellish. But these are super fun for $1, especially when you've got a bundle started. That was the best one of them all. This one is cute too, though, for sure. Let me try the run next button. Apologies if for some, there we go, perfect. This one has a cute little art note card in it. I put together some old dictionary pages with reinforced washi tape. There's that same fun kids book and a couple of the same pages that you saw in the others with, this is original drawing of my husband's. He's an architect, and there's that flower arranging that I told you about earlier. So Kelly, yay, thank you. That one is coming home to you. All right. And then these have ledger paper and a couple other sheets. So again, scrapbook page there, and then just a few select sheets of paper. And the fun thing in the middle of these, I was testing printing on dictionary paper. Isn't that, I think it was Auletto that, it's actually an L, but Auletto is the one that taught me that. I'm going to run The next one, same idea. This one has the alphabet printed in the center. And I actually found the page that had alphabet on it and printed an alphabet on it. Same thing with the owl. So that one is running for $1 now. And Kelly's going to add that one to her stash, it looks like. And I'll run this one more time, just in case anybody wants to add the owl to their stash. 3, 2, 1. And you know what? Let me go ahead and throw in some mini brads to sweeten the deal, because you guys have great bundles going. So that way, if you want to add just a few more papers and these adorable little tiny mini brads, these are great for putting on tags. No takers on that one. No worries. Let me run this giveaway. As a thank you. So same idea, a couple of those pages. And if everybody that's still here, tag a friend, because I'm going to add to these papers a really fun thank you stamp. Okay, so everybody can enter. Thank you stamp. Thank you giveaway. Thank you abstractory. And while that is running for the last 2 minutes, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the one that I'm really excited to gift. This is the creme de la creme. Thank you abstractory. Wait till you see this one. So that's the thank you. So these books are really hard to take apart. They're the California textbooks, and man, you need some muscle because they use heavy duty staples. And so there's a young girl whose mom has been super supportive of me here on Whatnot, and I started creating this one for her, gosh, almost a year ago now, and it was never quite right, and it's still not finished. But I can't figure out what to do here. I want it to be perfect for her. So let me just do a quick flip through before we raid our friend Artlines. She's from Atlanta, so there you'll see there's a bunch of Georgia peaches all throughout. She plays the piano, so there's a lot of music and musical notes. She was 10, I think, when I started this, and is 11 now. So I did put some playful papers in there. There's a theme of some squirrels. Let me see if I can get this here. There's squirrels. I have a lot of kids' papers from when I was teaching, and frogs. There's lots of frogs. How to tie knots. This I think is Vietnamese, maybe. Green scrapbook papers. Again, the frog. Because she's a singer, we've got Diana Ross in here. And there's hummingbirds throughout. Says, now let me fly. Experimenting with coffee dyed paper. Poem about having your hand caught in the cookie jar. I found an autobiography about Michelle Obama and included a couple of those pages. I especially liked this one where she's playing piano. I even found one of those recipe books, you guys, that was Atlanta. So going to show you one more page, and then I'll show more of this one in the shows to come. Look at that peach cheese. So I only had a few minutes, but the giveaway, let me go ahead and draw the winner. And dun, 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 dun. Creative Notions. Yay. Thank you. You're going to get a thank you stamp and some fun specialty papers. And then let's double check and make sure that our friend Artlines is live. And she is. So we are going to, yay, yes. So always fun to win some goodies. So please, if you haven't already, bookmark my shows. I'm going to try and go live again tonight to open up some of that ephemera for fun. And of course, I'll make some of it for sale as well. So Art Lines, typing it in, and off we go. Thanks, you guys, for such a great show. I appreciate you.